Captain's Log Supplemental. We're investigating a subspace rift that's emitting an unusual digital signal. I've had communications decode the signal and send it to my pad, and what I found is astonishing. An alternate reality, where Starfleet, the Federation, everything I know is mere fantasy, played out for the entertainment of others. I'm watching to find out more from Earth's premier experts on what's taking place. This Will and Caleb appear to be reviewing this fictional program in chronological order. Caleb is much like myself, unfamiliar with the nature of this science fiction fantasy showcase. He's watching for the first time and is having lively conversations with Will about what's taking place. My recommendation to Starfleet Command is that we tune in and learn everything that we can about this Retrek review.
Hello, computer.
I knew I would.
You betrayed your uniform!
Target their cargo hold. Time to take out the garbage.
Smooth as an android's bottom, eh, Data?
I beg your pardon, sir. Inspires to be better than I am. Come on, you're doing fine. 5 years in space. God help me.
This is the best day of my life! A phaser? You didn't use it? Swords are fun.
Program complete. Enter when ready.
Welcome back to another Retrek review, where each week we talk about Star Trek, and this week we're talking about episode 18 of season 2 of Star Trek The Next Generation, and that episode is entitled Up the Long Ladder. It originally aired May 22nd, 1989. It was written by Melinda M. Snodgrass. She previously wrote The Measure of a Man and the teleplay of Pen Pals, and she also, starting with The Measure of a Man, was the story editor for season 2. It was directed by Winrich Colby. He previously directed episodes Where Silence Has Lease and Pen Pals. The synopsis for Up the Long Ladder is the Enterprise discovers 2 threatened colonies which must cooperate to survive.
It's true.
We had some guest appearances this week. We had Barry Ingram as Danilo Odell, a character actor who passed away about 10 years ago. Not in a lot of stuff. A couple Doctor Who episodes, but that's about it. Then we had John DeFries, who played Wilson and Victor Granger. I didn't have much on him, so I assume another character actor. Then Rosalind Landor, who played Brianna Odell, another character actor who I think does a lot of audiobooks now.
Oh.
And then Colomini.
Colomini.
This is Miles O'Brien. It's good to see him back on the transporter pad.
I knew a good Irishman would be in charge of this vessel.
Exactly.
Good to hear.
So, yes, that was the introduction to the episode. But before we move on to supporters and comments, let's go over to Caleb and ask Caleb what he thought of the episode.
I enjoyed this episode. I thought it was good.
Okay. Yeah.
When we started to kind of get into it, I was like, "Oh, brother." And then it got better and I was like, "Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I like this." I'm going to give it a 2 Hakudas this week.
2 Hakudas.
And everybody will disagree, and that's fine. Also, my new best friend Melinda Snodgrass wrote it, so it's obviously good.
True. It did help having her insight on things, how this was intended, how
I completely forgot what she said about it. I was trying kind of not to pay attention because I didn't want to really know what happened in this episode when she was talking about it.
Yeah, all she said, because to not spoil you, because that's what I asked her, she just said it's generally a commentary on immigration, and that immigration
Right.
is a good thing.
I do remember her saying that.
But that's really all she kind of said about it.
Yeah.
It's obvious that her material got chopped up pretty good.
Yeah. I don't think the episode is bad. I don't think even like dialogue and stuff is bad this episode. I thought kind of the story was pretty good. Here's the one thing is like, yeah, so this spaceship left
Mhm.
2123 or whatever. So
Yeah,
100 years from our time period, basically,
right.
98, 97 years from now. And they left Earth. And then it's been 300 years since then.
Right.
And humanity that was on that ship, they were all, so they were all Irish to begin with, I assume. They were all from European area.
Well, yeah, it says that I think it said they might have been from the European hegemony, right?
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yes, yes. It's just funny to me that from that time period and then in the future they had reverted back to like very
Vagabonds.
yeah. Yeah, very much like that. And it was just kind of like that's interesting. And I understand that they did that specifically because like the other group is very
Like, yeah,
futuristic, tech
yeah,
savvy, and it's like
like over sophisticated. Yeah.
yeah. Basically like, oh, you want us to like breed with these apes. It was pretty much like
Yeah.
how
Oh, yeah. 100%.
you're supposed to feel about the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like I don't buy into that, but that's what the episode is portraying. So
You
I'm
go,
fine with it. Yeah.
you, you follow it for this week.
Yes. Yeah.
I
Exactly.
understand. Yeah.
So yeah. No, I enjoyed. I enjoyed it, and I have a new crush. So there you go. It's Worf.
Yeah. I knew it was Orp.
No,
uh,
it's just funny to me too. Like not to always go back to like the Yar stuff, but it's just so funny to me that like they have to talk about it every episode, like how beautiful Yar is. She's so attractive, and now you have this like really beautiful Irish woman who's like just actually very beautiful,
right.
and it's just like, yeah,
Whatever.
yeah. And also, here's the other thing I'll say: I'm sick of hearing about.
Uh-oh.
Kirk being a ladies' man, a womanizer,
Oh,
when
yeah.
in the first two seasons, Riker has slept with more women than Kirk ever did.
Yeah, oh,
I'm sick of hearing
100%.
about it. I'm sick of it. People have been putting Kirk down for too long, and I'm here to tell you, I'm not going to stand for it anymore.
I totally agree with you. I think in the entire series, I think he kisses like
Yeah,
eight. I
maybe
think he
four
kisses like
women.
8 women, maybe, and then he has like relations with like two of them.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So I'm sick of hearing about it.
Riker,
Okay.
I think we're at like
Well, this
like
is.
4 or 5 or something.
I mean, last week when he was, a couple weeks ago when he was helping Wesley, he was legitimately like on a date.
Yes.
So, yeah,
Well,
let's.
we will definitely tackle it further. But before we crack on into it, let's first, right off the bat, yeah. Oh, and then come over here for this little. Oh, and we thank Ed, Mark, Star, and Captain Ali Mart for their Patreon support. We appreciate them helping keep this show afloat.
We appreciate Ed for being able to detect human emotions through his visor. And we appreciate the captain for not sleeping with the daughter of the ambassador that we brought on the ship. Okay, there we go. You're welcome.
Nice. Nice. Yep. And because Ed, Star, and Captain Alimar are Patreon supporters, they get their comments read during the podcast. Woo!
What an honor.
So Ed says on our non-YouTube butchered first time watching Q Who live reaction video. So if you notice, there's two of
I
the
saw a
same
new
video.
one.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
two. This one's not butchered by you two.
Good, good.
He says on it, From your earlier discussions, it's clear that the poor reception of the Ferengi as viable antagonists must have caused alarm bells to ring for the show's producers. TNG follows a long tradition of turning to the efficient, soulless realm of social insects. Insect societies make an effective alien analogy, like the Selenites from H.G. Wells's First Men in the Moon.
Hmm.
The Borg possess a hive mind, resulting in a decentralized operational system. The encounter with the Borg could have been realized without the use of Q, but the studio may have been obligated to use John Delancey for each season of TNG. Seems to
Hmm.
me that the elimination of Q would have made for a cleaner story and added to the creepy alien factor by meeting the Borg randomly at a Federation outpost near the neutral zone. And I think in general I would agree quite heavily with that, with both of his sentiments there.
Yeah, I think so.
Making them a hive mind obviously is already just like a creepy thing to do because like in general people don't really like insects. So by describing a group of aliens behaving like insects, I think like inherently makes them a little more like ooh.
Hmm.
And then like we talked about while watching it and in our review of it, that having Q and the Borg in the same episode is an interesting decision. I think it helped you feel better about Q, but at the same time, it kind of washes down the introduction of the Borg.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because it's just funny to
Yeah.
think like if you were to be like, okay, let's just only watch Borg episodes, like Borg material. It's like you're always going to have this one that's kind of strange because, and it's like the introduction of them, but Q is running it, so.
Yeah.
Then Ed concludes, it's strange how Star Trek is never a happy show without new enemies to threaten the Enterprise and crew. TNG, Voyager, DS9 each has antagonists to appeal to all the fans that are only interested in a fight. All Out War has resulted in some of the most exciting Star Trek episodes, but you destroyed that hopeful future Roddenberry had in mind when he started all this.
Mm. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
No.
And I think he probably feels the same way that like a lot of the aliens that they introduce that are just warring aliens, like aliens that are just going to cause problems, make for some really good episodes and some really good storylines, but in general, it's not, it's obviously not what Roddenberry intended. And I don't know.
Yeah,
And I don't know.
I
I don't,
know. We've talked about that
yeah,
before too. It's like,
yeah.
that is true, but I don't know what the sustainability of that show looks like.
Yeah, I know, right? And then that's a great way to put it because that's exactly how I feel too.
Because
It's
where are you
it's like
watching? What are you watching for? Like, oh, Jordy's upgrading the warp core this week, and you just literally watch him upgrade the warp core. Like, it needs something. I mean, it's got to be some kind of drama. And like we always say, like, there's not supposed to be any like infighting. There's not supposed to be
right.
any of that kind of stuff. So it's like, uh, I don't
I
disagree with
know.
Ed, but it's like I would like to see what that show looks like.
I honestly kind of wish like Star Trek the original series didn't get canceled and we got to see like a longer stretch of television
Mm,
with him and see what the original 5 years were supposed to look like. And then I don't know, it's I can
yeah, it'd be
see
interesting.
I see the benefits and the consequences of like Roddenberry had a great idea and he did execute it well in the 60s. And you can see that production staff and writers who had no idea how to write to that, right? I mean, Melinda even said it, not making fun of
Yeah,
her, just she said like I don't know how to write perfect people. Like how do you write
yeah.
that?
No, because because we'd have no references to that sort of stuff.
Right, right. And
We
it's
don't
very
have the ability to know how that would be, you know?
right, right, exactly. And
Oops.
so it's like I understand why Roddenberry would stick his fingers into it and try to keep it like the TOS stuff, but I think television changed. I like Ed has commented in the past, like in the 20 plus years between the two series, like people were not watching television to just watch it as a form of entertainment that was fun to watch with dinner or like after dinner. Like it was
Yeah.
just like a show that you went to. Like you just enjoyed this piece of entertainment because wow, it's so fun to like sit in front of a television and watch people be out in outer space. Like this is amazing. By the time the late 80s came around, it's like people want substance. So people want stuff that's more gritty. People want stuff that has more drama.
Yeah.
And I think in a good way and in a bad way, Roddenberry's vision got pretty chopped up. And I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree that like modern Trek, like streaming Trek, is not really close to his vision anymore, but I don't think the 90s Trek gets I think at the core of it they try to really make both worlds exist, and I think they do it well. But we'll let Caleb be the judge of that as we continue on this path.
Yeah, I would just be interested to see that show. That's all.
I agree. And then Captain Olimar commented on our 100th episode, Samaritan
Woo.
Snare. He goes on to say of how he feels about the episode. He says, "We are Packlids. Our ship is the Mondor. It is broken.
Can you make it
Ah,
go?
ah, yes, the snare. To Akutas, he says,
Ooh.
here's the thing. This episode isn't great, but those things that are bad can be explained.
Mm-hmm.
Says first, Pulaski sucks, so of course she's petty. She's supposed to be Bones, remember?
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree that the doctors needing her was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Second, this episode shows why Riker shouldn't get command of his own ship yet and needs to be number one. He makes bad decisions and he makes them despite the protests of his command staff.
Hmm.
Picard would have listened to Worf or even maybe Deanna.
Even maybe.
Uh, and that's an interesting take on it. It's an interesting
Mm.
thing. I don't think that they specifically wrote to Riker like being a little too pompous in his acting captain responsibilities, but it is a good way to look at the episode to help it not be as so like go against the
Yeah.
grain kind of feeling. He says it's nice to see Worf be right about something for once. He still gets immediately shut down, but he was right, which was very true.
Mm-hmm. True.
Ooh, then he says this, Caleb
Uh-oh.
probably needs his batleth before
Mm.
everyone will take him seriously.
I don't know what that is.
Don't know what that is.
Mm-mm.
Then he goes on to say things I can't slash won't defend.
Mhm.
Picard acts weird and makes everyone immediately suspicious of his trip. Yes.
Yeah, immediately. It's like the more that you like try to keep it a secret, the more
Yeah.
people are gonna be like, I gotta know what this is all about.
He says, lie better, Picard. Tell them you have secret orders from Starfleet Command. Do anything other than make everyone question what is happening. And then he says, Geordi, do you really have to go all alone to the alien ship? No red shirts at all? Why
Nope.
not two? There are presumably dozens of security officers. It probably wouldn't have helped with the ambush and everything, but come on. And I agree. It literally makes no sense that he didn't at least bring himself and one other engineer like Gomez and maybe a security officer.
Yeah, I know. It's stupid. It's a plot, you know,
Yeah,
plot device.
yeah. It's plot.
Well, Jordy's got to get kidnapped, so we can't have anybody else from the Enterprise go with him. We
That's
can't have
right.
him do protocol.
No, that would be weird.
That would be bad.
That would hurt the writing of the show. The solution to the Packlet ship kidnapping isn't great. From my interpretation of events, they release the red stuff, which they lie, saying it disables weapons, and Geordi runs over and disarms the photon torpedo warheads. So the Packlets fired the torpedoes, but they didn't explode.
Yeah.
Maybe. I
Hmm.
like it, but I don't know.
It's weak.
Then he says, who cares though? I guess the stuff I liked about the episode was getting to learn more about Picard. It
Yeah.
was a really interesting story, and it was a fun little tidbit about Picard's life. It certainly was. That really elevated the rest of the episode for me, probably more than it should. And I think that's why everybody likes this episode as high. I know we went through and like just obliterated it to pieces, but
Yeah.
but both Caleb and I, when we first were meeting about it, like we both ranked it pretty high. You made it two Akutas. I had it probably at
Hmm.
one Akuta. It's a thing now. Like afterwards, it probably was like a Kacinti or
Hmm.
A Kaplan, but still.
Yeah.
So then he concludes here, I don't usually re-rank an episode after the fact, and I will continue to not do
No.
so.
Yeah.
He says, this episode had problems, but I don't think it's as horrid as the trivia would lead you to believe.
Mm.
Thanks for the reviews. As always, guys, keep up the good work. We appreciate that, Captain Alimar. We appreciate your viewpoint on it. That helps us kind of navigate through these things a little bit better. It's good to have a sounding board. We appreciate that. But yeah, we don't go back and re-rank either. It is what it is.
No.
It is what it is.
Only at the end of the season when I put
Yeah.
things in order.
Then when we do a look back, then that's the bam, 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 bam. We come in for
Then I re-rank them.
yeah. And then Captain Alimar gives us a popcorn award suggestion. Ooh, check it out on Hailing Frequencies Open. So we appreciate both Ed and Captain's comments on our videos. But if you're not a Patreon supporter, just wait a day and you'll see your comment read on the channel during our Hailing Frequencies Open video series. We have that set aside for those who are not Patreon supporters like Ed and Alimar. But before we get into the review, we also had, in the last week, 2 new subscribers to the channel. We have
Nice.
Terry Mitchell and Terry Morgan.
Mitchell.
So we appreciate
Thank
you
you for
both
subscribing.
subscribing to the
Warrior.
channel. We hope that
Applause.
whatever made you click that red button keeps you sticking around.
Yeah.
So, without any further ado, let's get straight into the review. So, we start off the episode, and Worf is grumbling.
Yeah. Right off the bat, are we doing some stuff?
He was like, I don't want to throw it, but I'm going to throw it.
Ah. I love this scene because he does it, and then Riker gets up and goes into the ready room with
Oh,
Picard,
yeah.
and he puts Data in the seat. And as soon as Data sits down, he's just like, ah,
Yeah.
ah.
Number one, will you join me in the ready room? Yes, sir.
Yeah, because Picard walks onto the bridge, and so he stands up straight like nothing's wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish he threw up on Data.
A
I don't feel so good.
Klingon does not vomit. So here's a really random thing that I caught, and they talked
Uh-huh.
about it in trivia, but I caught it before I read trivia.
Ooh, nice.
So
And that's your story, and you're sticking to it.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I can't prove it, but that's okay. So the first thing was they go into Picard's ready room and they have like the monitor and the thing, and the monitor is facing the camera. And it says like captain's log entry it's like file name entries, all these things. And I was like, oh, cool. You can see like his captain's logs on the thing. So I like paused it to see what it was. And it's just random numbers all over the screen. It's like the top part is like describing what it is. It's like this is captain's log by Picard, and they're sorted by file. But then it's like it's literally all numbers, and I was like, what does this even mean?
That's interesting.
And then later is the other thing. We'll get into the trivia bit. I thought it was really funny that Picard plays Riker that noise. And Riker hears it, and within seconds, he makes like a really good educated guess and is like, that sounds like an SOS.
Mm-hmm.
But likely a decent sized team of like Starbase officials
Or like no idea what this sound is.
for hours.
I mean, this might as well be the bloop that we recorded in Deep Ocean, a few
Yeah.
years ago.
I kind of thought about
It's
you
a,
when
it's a
it
little
was
ridiculous.
happening.
A
Yeah.
little ridiculous, yeah.
Is that it's kind of like an arbitrary number thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh wow, it took them two hours or took them hours to do it. And I was like, does it need to be that? Does it need to
Absolutely.
be like, I don't know, it just was a funny thing to like say.
Yeah, it's weird.
So I know this next thing that I'm gonna comment on like isn't real, but I want to comment on it.
Uh-huh.
So when Picard is talking to the computer and having it look up deep space launches from like whatever it was, like 21 something to 2190 something, I was like in our canon now that we've been watching, like when he first looks it up and doesn't give the parameters to only look for ships that went to the ficus sector,
Yeah.
just deep exploration launches. It's like Archer's Enterprise should have been on that list
Oh.
because the Enterprise is launched in 2151.
Oh, right. Yeah,
So
see, that's a you thing. I don't know my star dates or anything, so
sure.
so
Just
I don't pay attention to that sort of stuff. But yeah,
so
you're right.
the captain's logs are just ways to not have to film stuff and just get the audience caught up from a commercial break. That's all they're for.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. It's so that you can continue to watch the show even if you've missed sections of it.
Hmm.
And the
Captain's
number,
log,
yeah,
Worf passed out, and
exactly.
Pulaski lied about it. How do I know
Exactly.
this as the captain? Well, you'll have to wait to see
Exactly.
my new log entry at the end of the episode.
Yeah. And there is a method to the madness that the writers understood. Most of it is has to do with like season number and production number and then like day and hour stuff, but it's all just made up nonsense.
Oh yeah,
It's easier to follow the star dates in TNG going forward. I think there is
hmm
some semblance, there is some continuity there, but the Kirk stuff is absolutely just out of its mind. And then also I paused again and was reading the list. And at the top of in the list that they show for the Ficus sector ships, at the very top, it says that Melinda Snodgrass commanded the SS Hocule A that launched in 2102. And I thought
That's
that
funny. That's
very
awesome.
funny. And then below it was Winrich Colby. He also commanded a vessel too. So, and there were other lists of names in there. I'm sure they're production staff, but it was just really funny.
Yeah, that's fun. I like that they do that. They throw that stuff in there.
Yeah. So they have that conversation about no ships in the Ficus sector and all this stuff and like looking for it and blah blah blah. And then they come back out of the ready room and Worf has collapsed. And that is to keep us
Yeah.
so ready.
Don't worry about it. It has no bearings.
No, it's just a way to get you to not turn the channel.
Yep.
I liked when we come back from the music intro that the planet shown as the captain's log is being read. It had like a hurricane type storm system on it, and it was actually like rotating, and I enjoyed that. It was just a
Yeah, it was cool.
nice remastering touch.
Yeah. I like, is that the scene where they're flying through the two planets and there's like you can see like the sun and then the two no,
That's later. That's
that's later.
later. Yeah.
I enjoyed that scene too though. That
Yep.
was like a cool space shot.
Yep. I agree with you. Yep. It was interesting to learn that Worf basically has the measles,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, Rockpnor or whatever it was called. But
Klingons don't get measles.
I
How
like
would Riker feel if he had the measles?
I like loved and hated the whole interaction between Pulaski and Worf. It was like good
Mhm.
and not good. I don't know. How did you feel about it? Just before the call
Um,
from the bridge comes down, how did you feel about their interaction?
so I'll base it on like their entire reaction this episode. I
Okay.
enjoyed them kind of spending time with each other. I enjoyed the tea thing.
Okay.
I liked it. I liked it. So, I'm not like a huge component of Pulaski. So when she actually like spends time with people and like
Yeah.
gets to know them,
Hmm.
I appreciate her more. So like her going out of her way to like do this thing with Worf, even though it's dangerous, I appreciate that.
Okay.
So yeah, I kind of like their interaction. It felt like natural that Worf was like indebted to her for like lying about his medical issue. Obviously, it
Yeah.
wasn't like a serious thing. Like if it was like a contagious thing, then I would be like, this is really stupid that she's doing this. This is really like bad.
Yeah. Well, yes, I agree with you. But it's like at the same time, I don't know. She just felt a little too much for me with Worf, but I also know
Mm,
Worf is a little too much. So it's like it was a weird balance of personality. But the thing that I thought was actually really stupid, and it just didn't make any sense to me,
yeah.
was he's embarrassed that he has a children's disease. And okay, whatever.
Mhm.
I get
Yes.
it. Klingons can't be weak, and then to have a child's disease is even like more insulting. I get it. But when Picard calls down, she could have just said like, oh, he has like some sort of inconsequential illness and he's fine. He'll be back to active duty. And
Yeah.
period, right? Instead, she
That's
basically
true.
tells Picard that like he's kind of an idiot. Like, oh, well, he was fasting for this Klingon ritual and didn't realize that by
Yeah.
fasting he wouldn't have the appropriate amount of energy, so he collapsed.
It makes
And
him
it's
sound
just
stupid
like,
now.
what? Like, Worf's not a moron. Like, of course he would know something like that. Then Worf's like, thank you so much. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. It would have been so much easier to just be like, he had something, he's fine now.
Yeah.
Move on. Don't gotta say to him like, well, he has like a child Klingon disease that makes him like a big baby and he's so stupid. It's like
Yeah.
you didn't have to. I don't know. I think what she was, I think I know what they were trying to do was trying to make him save face that he didn't have a child's disease, but it's like I think what she says to Picard makes it so much more worse than what they were trying to do.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Another thing that obviously they didn't write to, but I want them to write to, Data comes in and describes that the early 22nd century was full of chaos. And I
Yeah.
was like, ooh, maybe that's why the Vulcans controlled humanity so much early on for
Mm,
Archer's timeline. Just an interesting thing I was thinking about. Obviously, they weren't writing to that in the 80s, but just something I thought was fun.
yeah.
So here's the trivia thing that I can't prove, and you can call me a liar. So in the first list of the ships that they show on the screen, I want to say the remastering does. Maybe it's on the original screen and they just reprinted it and just cleaned it up for the remaster. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they cleaned it up for the remaster or made a new printout and changed it. Because they did remember they made like Miss Piggy and Doctor Who, like that lady's like descendants or
Oh.
whatever. So I know they do like weird stuff.
Yeah.
But on that list, like no joke, and I saw it before Picard even comments on it. It literally is like the SS Mariposa leaving from like 2102 or 2123, captained by Wilson Granger, whatever the guy's name was. It was like, here
Mm,
it is. It's all, and it's like, and they're going, and it gave the thing that says colonization. And I was like, I literally looked at all of the things when they first showed it to Riker. And then later in the thing, it's like, oh yeah, here it is. It's the Mariposa, and they're going. And I was like, why? Why would that happen? Why would you like put that starship in that list and then immediately be like, yeah, it's not going to the Ficus sector? And then it's like, but yes, it is, because here it is.
yeah, I don't know.
Just interesting. I think it's a weird graphical glitch that they either were trying to be true to the episode and kept it in, or didn't think about what they were doing. Don't know.
Yeah. I did like the display. I like seeing like the ship on there.
Yeah, the ship is very, very close to Khan's ship from Space Seed.
Mm.
It's very similar. They're like DY 500s or something, I think is Khan's, and I think this is like a 600 or something. I don't quite remember, but yeah.
Gotcha. That's funny.
Basically the same design of deep space exploration ships.
Just not the NX class.
No, no. Well, to be fair to it, they do say only ships that go to the Ficus that were destined for the Ficus sector. So it's like the
Oh, I guess.
Enterprise wasn't what didn't just go to the Ficus sector, it went everywhere.
Yeah. And these were a group of people, like we're led to believe that these were people that like basically they were like doomsday people where they were like going off world because of World War III being so bad. Like they were
So from what I understand, from what they were representing, that World War III happens.
hmm
Humanity is still recovering from that, which still kind of stays true in future writings. And then this like I forgot what Data called him, but like this philosopher or something like that comes up with this notion that for humanity to like become better and like rise above the ashes of World War III, that you need to return to like a simpler life. You need to return to like the roots of like your forefathers and all of those things, like your ancestors. And it's like that type of thinking he called like neo.
Because when Picard talks to them, he says that like what really wasn't as bad as it was. They just were kind of caught up in like a political argument or something.
Yeah, so it says here, Data proposes the theory that because of this World War III, people were reverted to simpler ways of life. The transcendentalist movement founded by Liam Degan.
Okay. Yes.
It's basically like people to return to less technologically driven lifestyles and emphasis on self-reliance in nature. Like, so that's what Data theorizes what half of that crew was a part of. They were a part of that movement, and so that's why they wanted like animals and spinning wheels. They were like
Hmm.
people who just believed in that kind of thing, and the other half were people from that time where they had like computers and doing stuff. Like basically, 30 years before Archer launches the Enterprise, like those type of
Yeah.
people. So
And that kind of, yeah, so that makes more sense as to why they were kind of the way they were.
yeah, that's why they're kind of like so simple and kind of like backwards from future concepts. But they don't actually say that. I don't think Odell, when he comes on the Enterprise, I don't think they ever like bring up that philosopher's teachings or that they are transcendentalists, whatever. I don't think he ever brings it up. So you're just left to assume that that's what they are.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just interesting. You brought up the Death Tea thing. That was pretty funny. It was
hmm
nice to see some Klingon rituals. Just more Worf stuff is always fun.
Yeah, I did enjoy that.
I like that he says it is among the Klingons that love poetry achieves its fullest flower.
Mm.
And then Pulaski takes an antidote and drinks the tea. And I know it's a little like pat on our backs a little bit, but it made me think about Dr. House in our RPG, like associating with a Klingon. I just reminded
Yeah,
me of like interactions like that. Yeah.
I enjoyed that. Yeah, I thought about that too when he has the replicator make
Yeah.
like the
He makes
Klingon
he makes Jihad Duluth, yeah.
jihad. Yeah, House is a big component of that stuff too.
He is. He loves it.
Loves it.
Now you know how to act when he drinks it. So then the thing I thought was really funny, just because I'm foolish, I was thinking,
Uh,
so if Pulaski starts to throw anything at Worf while he quotes that love
oh
poetry,
man, they're basically married.
they're having sex according to his customs. So I was like, ooh,
Uh,
did we just cut away from Pulaski and Worf having a relationship? Who knows?
Definitely.
Riker goes down to help with the situation, and then for some reason, well, not for some reason, for plot reasons, Picard doesn't want to hear anything about what's going on the planet. Just get him up. And then they beam
Mm.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't make it.
yeah.
No,
Picard does these things sometimes where it's just like it's just very clearly like they make him kind of
a jerk. Yeah.
a
Yeah.
rash person just to give the episode like a plot.
Yeah.
Don't really love it.
No, it was stupid. It was really stupid. They tried to write it away where like Riker's like, but sir, and he's like, no, just do it. And he's
Hmm.
like, yeah, but you don't really. He's like, I don't want to hear it. Riker, we'll deal with it when
Yeah,
you get up to the ship. And it's like, all
like,
right.
dude, you're not on the planet, dude. Like, you don't. That's why you send me because you trust me, and I'm telling you, like, you're not gonna want to beam what's down here up there.
Right, right, exactly.
Then he gets in there and he's like, "What the hell is all this animals doing up?" Like, hey, moron!
Yes.
I was trying to tell you. So this is
Yeah.
all you said. We deal with it when they got on the ship. Here they are on the ship. Deal with it.
Yeah. I'll comment on it now because obviously it's after the commercial break, but it's really stupid. It was a really dumb thing to have them write. I don't know if they wrote to it or they changed it. I don't know, whatever. Because Melinda helped us understand that like she would write something and then the production staff would change it on set because she didn't have access to the set. So who knows who wrote this bit of dialogue for Picard. But I thought it was really stupid that he was annoyed by the situation that he created.
Oh yeah,
It's
absolutely.
like that doesn't make any sense. But anyways, the thing I thought was really interesting before we go to the commercial break and like everything, all the chaos is happening in the transporter room. It was a really interesting decision, and I understand for television, it was
Mhm.
made to be like wah wah wah, and then they go to commercial break. I get that that was the purpose, but to look at it from like an in-world decision, it seems like the transporters they don't I don't know. It seemed like either they don't lock onto actual life signs. They just do like a circular radius and then beam up everything in that radius. Because
Mhm.
the weird thing that happens is when they beam up, it's like, well, he also sheep and hay and things are like also beamed with them. And you would think that if O'Brien wasn't informed on what's going on because he's shocked by what he's bringing to the transporter pad, he would have only have brought people if that was the case. Like only the people would have transported up. He wouldn't have transported up animals and hay and stuff. Like it's a weird bit that
Yeah,
that they do in the show. Again, I understand why they did it for television reasons, but it still was strange nonetheless.
you know.
Yeah. Then we
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just I was just like what a weird thing that they didn't think about that like O'Brien would know that he's beaming up sheep and hay. He would know that. Like that's the whole point of a transporter room.
It's so stupid. The whole thing is so stupid, man.
But then Danilo Odell appears, and of course
Mm.
he offers alcohol to O'Brien because that's all Irish people obviously
Well,
do.
yeah,
It
we
was so
drink and we eat potatoes. I mean, that's what
it
else is
was
there?
like this is terrible, but it was funny.
Oh, a good Irishman in control of the vessel. Oh, a nip of the old brandy, eh?
Yeah,
No, I'm good.
he's like, no, thank you. I really enjoyed the fact that, like, Ambassador, I guess you called him Ambassador Odell,
Mm.
rightly has no idea what a Klingon or a transporter pad is. Like, he doesn't know what they are.
No.
And I liked it because they left before contact with the Klingons
Oh
and
yeah.
before transporter pads. I actually enjoyed that.
Yes, but they are acquainted with like space travel because obviously that's how they got there.
Yes, yes.
So
So
he wasn't
space,
like he didn't he understood like what the ship was, so that
yeah,
was good.
exactly. Yeah, he like, yeah, that's what I mean. He understood some stuff, but other stuffs he didn't.
Yeah.
And then the scene that you commented on, which was actually very funny, was when he follows Picard and Worf out of the transporter room and he's following him down the hall and he's like, "Hey, are you married?" Or he's like, first thing he asks him is like his connection to the ship. Like, he must have paid a lot to be on this ship. He's like,
Yeah.
I
No.
didn't. I don't own
No.
it.
I command the ship. I don't own the ship. Oh, very good. Anyway, my daughter.
Yeah. He's like, well, are you married? No, I'm not married. He's like, well, I have a
Hmm.
daughter. And then Picard says, felicitations, and gets onto the turbo lift. Like, yep, good for you. Bully for you, buddy.
Yeah.
And then, are you sure? And he goes, quite sure. And he goes, really? And then Worf gets in his way a little bit. And he's like, oh, he's quite sure, he says.
You see, sir, I have a daughter.
Felicitations.
Would you be interested, sir?
No,
You're quite sure?
quite sure.
Yeah. He's quite sure.
Quite sure, quite sure. Yeah, I know, and that's even funnier to me too. Like, because when they finally go down and like see his daughter,
Yes.
he's like very clearly like, "Oh, well, that was the wrong choice."
Yeah. I did think it was very stupid that they decided not to educate 220 plus people on how to use food replicators. That made sense.
I like how they immediately started a fire.
Yes. Like, well, what do you want us to do? You didn't tell us how to make food. So what do you want from us? And it's like, well, I didn't know you were so stupid.
Yeah, I didn't know you're so dumb and idiot. We thought you ate this hay.
But then like you said, we see Brianna Odell.
Yep.
Riker's immediately.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you never seen a woman before.
I thought I
I
have.
thought I've seen women. Would you like to wash my feet?
Oh my god. I couldn't. I couldn't.
Where's a woman supposed to wash her feet? My accent's turning into like Jamaican somehow. I don't understand this.
The whole
No, I'm gonna let you start from the top of the foot.
no. The thing that I like,
Good. It's all good.
I just the shot of her raising up her skirt to show more of her like ankle and leg.
Yeah, it's weird. It's all weird,
And
right?
then it cuts to Riker and he's like, ooh.
Oh, ooh la la.
Yeah. And then she's like, oh, do you have a place for a lady to wash her feet? He's like, you got it. And then when they come back from the commercial, he just takes her everywhere else on the ship. He's like, check this thing out. She changes clothes. Like they just hang out for a long bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go back to his room and she cleans up his salad mess. And it's like, so you still haven't
showed me how to wash my feet.
And he's like, yeah, I don't care. It's over in that room over there. Go in the bathroom. And she's like, oh, I don't know.
It's weird. It's all weird.
It's unnecessary and it's weird. And I think personally, it ruins what happens at the end. But we'll touch on that a little bit. But
yeah, I liked her and I like Riker.
Yes,
and
yes.
it all makes sense to me. But that was just a little. It's one of these things that's just a little too much,
way too heavy-handed. Yes,
too on the nose. Too like, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful woman. I'm with you.
And he likes beautiful women. Period.
Yeah, he knows how to wash feet really good. Apparently, you
Yeah.
know, bully for him.
But then we learn that there's another colony, and that other colony is a light year away.
And they know about it.
Yeah, yes.
So that's cool. What are you going to do with the other colony, Picard?
So, obviously, I don't want to be that guy.
Mm-hmm.
They keep saying 300 years. It's really 240 years, but it's okay. Anyway, so learn all that good stuff. We have the scene with Brianna and Riker in the quarters. We talked about it. We talked about Shahad Taluth, which was really good. I'm glad that you picked up on it and enjoyed him.
Oh, yeah.
Beaming in the Klingon smoking beverage.
That's good stuff. I just like, he's like, whiskey. He's like, oh, this is not very good whiskey. It's got no bite.
Worf's like, oh, interesting.
Oh, interesting. So you want poison.
Oh, so you enjoy poison.
Computer, poison.
Yeah.
I like how they immediately were like, well, we can't start a fire and cook food. Might as well set up the stills.
Yeah,
Like, how stereotypical Irish can you be in an episode?
it's true. It's true. So this is the halfway point, even though it's a little over the halfway point. So go down to the comment section and try your best to type out Chahataluth. If you know how to spell it, we know you looked it up.
Yeah, don't look it up. Don't cheat. Just read it. If you cheat, we'll know.
Well, no.
No.
So, like you said, we come back. Worf is also impressed by Brenna, whatever her name is. Yeah.
You should be in security.
Have you ever thought about it?
If security is babysitting, I can't get rid of this Jamaican accent. I don't know what's going on.
And then they all laugh, and Worf's like, "Oh, all these women are laughing," and he's like, "Oh, I gotta get out of here. Excuse me."
I gotta go drink tea and do poetry.
It is really funny though that she makes like a really excellent point that like, so you told them that they can get alcohol from this thing? Like, why did you do that? Like, I get that O'Brien told him synthahol, and that's fine, and he hated it, but why did you tell him actual alcohol? Like, now nothing's going to be done.
I like that O'Brien, as the Irish person aboard the ship, is responsible. He's like, no, you're going to drink synthetic alcohol that doesn't actually get you drunk.
Right.
And Worf's like, oh, you want real booze? Oh,
got it.
I'll show you real booze.
I do think it would have been really funny if he drank it and he was like, oh, no. And then just passed out.
Yeah. He's dead.
Oh, no.
And then everybody, because there's stereotypical Irish people, everybody comes up with their cups.
Yeah.
I'd like a cup of that. Oh, I'd like a flagon. Oh, that looks like good stuff right there.
The line from Worf would be, you don't drink it.
This is for cleaning wounds. Oh, God. Good
Computer,
stuff, man.
Klingon poison. Oh, that was good. I like that.
Good stuff.
Poison. So then we get a really, they meet the other colony, and Deanna is useful for another moment on the series.
Yeah, she is.
They all go to leave, and she's like, wait, whoa.
Whoa, those people. Right.
Nope. And they're like, oh, okay. And then Riker's like, well, we'll see what they're hiding then.
What's wrong with them? I don't know.
I'm not going to tell you, but
no.
They got
I don't have time for specifics, but they're weird. I wouldn't go over there. If you need me, I'll be in my therapy room.
Then they do a cool exterior shot of the Enterprise outside of the ringed planet. And
yeah,
I really enjoyed that in the remastering, because I doubt they did it in the original airing, that there's a little shadow of the Enterprise on like the ring. It's like a little tiny little shadow that the Enterprise is casting on the ring of the planet. And I really enjoyed that.
That's cool. I did not pick up on that.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was in the original 80s version.
Oh, totally. And if it was clear as day.
Absolutely.
And so then we get down to the planet and they're walking around. Oh, man. It's like,
good day, Charlie. Oh, hello, Charlie.
It's like,
these people are very odd.
They're like, the Prime Minister has.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell is going on there, but very strange.
When they go to turn to go into the Prime Minister's office, and he's like, Riker looks to Worf, and he's like, triplets?
Quadruplets.
And then Worf says quadruplets. Yeah, I literally laughed when that happened.
Triplets? Worf, there is something odd going on here.
Quadruplets.
It was stupid. Yeah, it was.
It was stupid but wonderful. I enjoyed it so much. It was like, he was just like, Riker was so disgusted by it, and then Worf was just like, 4 of them.
Quadruplets.
And then, Pulaski secret scanning, which was a very Bones thing to do.
It was, yeah. I like that. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. I like how Pulaski meeting comes in. She's like, well, this is really interesting. So is your whole society built on clones? And then they do this thing where it made me think of like Austin Powers or something, or like
Yeah.
Monty Python. I don't know what it was. I can't remember what made me think of it, but it was like, is your whole society built on clones? Clones, clones, clones. And then they cut to him. Clones.
Clones.
Clones. Clones? Clones.
It's ridiculous. It doesn't fit, right? I mean, it's such
It's a goof. It's a goof to make everybody stay for the commercial.
It's such a Three Stooges
Yes.
thing that, it's just like, okay, dude, like, yeah, we got it. Clones, they fly now. They fly now. That's all I think of anymore is how god awful that.
3?
No. Oh no, worse than that. No, Tremors 3 is good. This was from the latest Star Wars movie
Oh, okay.
where they're in the desert and then the new stormtroopers have like jetpacks. And Poe Dameron's like, they fly now. And they're like, they fly now.
Nice.
I was like, oh, yeah, no, stormtroopers have never had jetpacks ever. That's a new Disney thing. They've never had that before. That's crazy.
Never seen.
No.
So, come back from the commercial break after learning about clones.
Ooh, clones.
So they come back and we learn about the ongoings of the Mariposa colony. And their problem makes sense. And
yeah.
Like why it happened makes sense. The continuation of it doesn't make a ton of sense. The thing that would have made more sense is you make them sterile. Because them just basically being like, well, reproduction is yucky.
It makes us sick to our tummies.
So it's like, we'll just take tissue samples to continue our failing way of life.
We would rather steal your DNA than ever get naked.
Right, exactly. That was like, that doesn't make any sense.
And Riker's like, not the society for me.
Yeah, he hated it.
We get it, Riker. We get it.
He really hated it.
Yeah, he was really offended by it. Disgusting.
It was, I don't know. It's an intense scene. And I thought the guy's like argument for it was pretty stupid.
The interesting thing too that Pulaski says later on is that like, okay, so you're gonna have to do that again because even if you took DNA from the Enterprise, you're only gonna get so many clones out of each one.
Right, you're only gonna hit
like
what 300-400 years and then be at this place again, and what we're just gonna send you more people to take a couple tissue samples from. Like, grow up.
I was hoping that their plan would work, and that way they could like like in the future Star Trek could bring a character back and be like, oh no, he's a clone.
Oh wow. Yeah, maybe.
But they don't.
No. Then when they're down on the planet, Pulaski and Riker get phased.
Oh yeah, they get stunned, all right. Hey, so we all decided on the Enterprise. We're not going to do that. We're going to let you die. Anyway,
your machines are all fixed.
Your machines are all that scene too, where they're like, "Nah, we're not gonna give you our DNA. That's weird." And you'll find that to be the reaction of most people on board.
Yes.
So basically, we're gonna sentence you to die. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, it was terrible. I agree with you.
And they're like, all right. And Picard's like, well, anyway, you still want us to send those 2 people unarmed to your ship to fix your computers? It's like, yeah. All right. Sounds good.
Well, 3 people, because Geordi makes an appearance in this episode for the first time.
he was contracted to be in one more episode.
He was like, "Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on in this room?" They were like, "Oh, nothing's happening in
Hey, now
here."
that's weird because I was in that room and
Right.
they, you know what they told me? They told me they haven't seen you guys.
And they
That's
were lying
weird.
the
Isn't that
whole
weird?
time.
That's weird. Why would they? Why would they? You don't think. Hmm. You
It
don't
was.
think like after we told them basically like we're gonna kill them off, you don't think they would like take drastic measures to like survive or anything. That would be crazy.
It was a really decent follow through for Jordy to like come to them in the sick bay or yeah, in the med bay to like talk to them to be like, "Hey, so what happened to you guys?" But it also
Yeah.
makes no sense that when he was like, "Oh, I could
They
immediately
didn't.
tell they were lying." Like, why didn't you tell Picard or anybody? Like, "Hey,
That's
I'm
right. I
looking
knew
for
they were
these."
lying.
It's like, "Hey, I'm looking for members of our crew," and they're like,
Haven't
"Haven't
seen
seen
them.
them." And they're like, "He's like, oh, okay, so you're lying." He's like, "Well, all right," and then just
Well,
leaves.
well, anyway.
Then
Yeah,
Pulaski's like, "Well, if I was a person who was going to steal people for cloning, I'd go right for the belly."
I'd use the stomach fat.
But you must have enjoyed Riker's reaction to it all. Immediately going down there and then finding
Oh
it
yeah.
and then just being like, "Nope."
Blowing them
Like,
up. Yeah, like you're a murderer.
and Riker's
At
like, "I
least
don't
I'm
care
not a
if I'll kill a
disgusting thief.
thousand more of these."
I'd rather be a murderer than a piece of garbage thief. You stole my stomach fat. How dare get your hands? Get...
It was so funny. I like how Riker just opens it up and is just like, absolutely not, and just vaporizes his. I
Yeah.
assume it's his body. It doesn't really look like
Either
Darcy
one of them
Frakes.
were like weird.
The
Yeah, they
other
were both
one
weird.
kind of looked like Diana Muldaur,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
anyways, then they
If you
go
squint your
over.
eyes and put
Yeah,
like a mesh sack over your head, yeah, it looks just like her.
just like her. But when he opens it and then he looks at her and she's like, "Yes,
Hmm.
the
Do
same."
it. Do it.
So then he does it, and then she grimaces and looks away like, "Oh,
Oh,
disgusting."
disgusting.
Yeah, that was funny.
Ah.
Jordy's just hanging out the whole time.
Mhm.
He's just like,
Yep.
"Wow."
Oh, this is weird.
What do you think? What do you think how they would interpret this? Would they interpret Riker as killing life, like Starfleet? I'm saying. I know Picard probably doesn't care, but just thinking,
Oh,
like in his report, like would he be
I don't
reprimanded?
know.
I don't know.
That's a whole that you could get into a whole topic.
Yeah,
Um,
just wondered if that would like
you
follow
know,
him on his record that he like,
I don't
killed
know.
like innocent people.
Is killing a clone murder, first of all?
There's the
Is it
that's
and it was also against consent? Is that murder? I don't know. These are Starfleet questions, not me. I already have questions on the show, Will. I can't, you know.
Yeah, I totally
Who gets the
understand.
Mugatu Award?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of questions that you don't really want to,
Yeah,
answer.
totally. So before we get into the last bit, right after this confrontation of a dirty little thief and a dirty little murderer, let's get right into trivia.
Oh, not again. All right, now you're overacting.
So we had Melinda Snodgrass on the podcast who commented briefly about this episode, but she
Hmm.
further remarked in another article this episode was intended to be a commentary about immigration. I
Right.
wanted it to be something that says sometimes those outsiders you think are so smelly and wrong colored can bring enormous benefits to your society because they bring life and energy. That's what I was going for. Now, my boss at the time was Maurice Hurley, who is a major Irishman and leads the St. Patrick's Day parade. When I was
Right.
describing to him what I wanted to do, I was trying to come up with an analogy, and I said it was like a little village of Irish tinkerers and he loved it so much he made me make them Irish tinkerers. I said, okay, and that's how it came about.
Cool.
She goes on to admit that the rewrites and budget restrictions resulted in the intended commentary being lost.
That never happens.
It didn't meet what she wanted. And like she said in our interview, that she said that it wasn't intended to be a comedy. But that's
Yeah, I do remember her saying that. I didn't overly feel like it was this like giant slapstick comedy fest.
I agree that not everything is, but I do think that they are cartoonishly
They
the
are cartoonish
the
characters.
Bringloidy are
Yeah.
cartoonish. Yeah.
Oh, so how many women do I get?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. No, that stuff. Yeah, that. Yeah, that's
Um,
bad.
I don't know how to pronounce the real word. I didn't have time to look it up. So just I'm not going to try to do Gaelic. So Bringloidy is what they're called, but Bjungloid, whatever it is, that's the word, the Irish word for dream.
Interesting.
Maybe I can look. One says like Bringlad,
Mm.
Bringloid, and the other one Bringloid. So Bringloid. I guess it's the same, based off of Munster dialect.
Munster.
Anyways, so that's
Who
it.
should I bring for the hunt, Father? I'd say bring Lloyd.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go. Got him.
There you got him. Nailed it. The episode title, Up the Long Ladder, is derived from an expression, up the long ladder and down the short rope,
Mm-hmm.
a reference to the gallows in an Irish rhyme, popularized in the Tommy Makem song, Are You Ready for a War?
Cool.
Yep. There is a shot when Riker is vaporizing the clones that on the top of the machine, it looks like it's Arabesh, but it's not. It's actually Japanese characters.
Okay.
And in the manifest, cargo manifest for the Mariposa, he mentions that they have Yoshimitsu computers.
Oh,
And the name Yoshimitsu is what is on the cloning machine in Japanese.
that's cool.
That's what the word says. So that's cool. And the last little bit, I thought you would enjoy this. On the footage when they're looking at the list of ships, besides Merlinda Snodgrass and Winrich Colby being captains, in that list, there is a ship on there. In the original footage, when it originally aired in the 80s, there is a mission that categorizes a ship that's going on a diplomatic mission to Alderaan.
Oh, funny.
But in the remastered, they changed it to Aldebaran or something.
Boo.
Aldebaran or something like that. So, yeah. So, not a heavy trivia this week, but still good nonetheless. We come back. I don't know how you feel about it, but I thought Deanna's comments about the society being like so angry about it was kind of ridiculous. And it's like, I know what you're saying that, like, well, you basically gave them the option to die and we're not going to help you. So long, see you later.
Mm-hmm.
But it also felt like she kind of wasn't angry that they took like DNA from Pulaski and Riker and cloned them. Like, she kind of was just like,
Yeah.
what's the big deal?
Sometimes she has really bad takes on things, and they're like,
Yes.
well, it's because she's an alien. Like, oh, okay. Yeah.
I thought I was like shook my head that they were all like, what a hilarious idea to bring the Bringloidy and the Mariposa colony together. They were like, you know, it would be terrible if we brought these two societies together. Wouldn't that be so hilarious to watch as their societies collapse because they're the polar opposites of each other? And I was like, I don't
Mhm.
know if that's funny. I don't know if that's funny a thing to laugh about.
Yeah,
Obviously, everything has to
that's
get wrapped up in a bow.
well, yeah. Yeah, they had a lot to wrap up with a bow this week because it was like, hey, so they stole our DNA. Well, we got to
vaporized.
wrap that up quick, and then we also got to bring them together, and we got to teach them how to do it.
Yep.
Then we should be good to fly off to another adventure.
And then that lady at the end,
Hmm.
I don't know. It was
Oh,
so
he's a duke, huh?
well that, but the thing that I thought was she brings up such a great point that Brennan or Brianna, whatever her name is, she brings up
Hmm.
a great point that like, so all of you, bigwigs make important decisions behind closed doors, and then it just falls on the back of all of these women who have
Yep.
to have relations with three different men and have children by three different men. And it's like, yeah, that's so that this other colony can survive. It's like this colony's doing fine. They don't need an integration. They don't need it. Like they can continue to live their society as simple people. They don't need to be
Yeah.
caught up with technology and future
No,
thoughts. Like
no, they don't. Yeah.
they're fine, right? The only reason they're getting pulled off the planet is because solar flares were like going to kill them. And then it's like, well, this other people, like, they just don't want to have sex. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
so we're gonna force these two
Hmm.
societies to come together
Hmm.
because we think that their way of life is too backwards, and we think
Yeah.
that their way of life, well, they're gonna die, and they can't die because they're sophisticated
Yeah.
future people. They can't die.
They'll be able to run the society, and they'll
Right.
be able to just sleep with the weirdos.
Yeah. And I was just like,
Wow.
what a weird thing to do.
Nice.
Like, I get that it's like, well, it solves the problem, but it's like you are doing a lot of
Hmm.
kind of like gross stuff.
Yeah. No, it's not good. I'm sure that's not what Melinda had intended for the
I
ending.
can't imagine a woman would have suggested that to happen, but that's all right.
No, I think her point, like she was saying, like how immigration is good. I think what she's referencing is like, how um
Cultures.
I always it's just because it's local and I've been there a ton, but it's like I picture New York City.
Oh,
New
yeah.
York City is like the melting pot of the world. I mean, there's so many
Right.
different cultures and societies down there, and it gives you like, you know, great food and, people
Yeah.
come together and it's great. Like that's what I picture when I picture like immigration
Right.
and, people working together and,
100%.
sharing. Yeah.
100%.
Not
I'm,
like, well, it's going to be disgusting, but we're going to have to sleep with these people.
and a lot of them are going to have to sleep with
Hmm.
them. Yeah. I don't know. It's a real icky thing that they do at the end. Then it's complicated by the fact that she brings up this point to Picard, and he's like, "Well, you do have a choice to leave." And I was like, "Okay, great, but they can only leave this situation if they ask to leave. So if any woman doesn't realize she has that option, it's like, well, oh, well, like you're
I
brought
know.
in.
And that's such a throwaway line too at the end,
It,
just to
it
throw in to be like, hey, consent. Because remember, we didn't enjoy when they didn't, consent with us.
right, exactly.
It was like, hey, you have the choice. It's like, yeah, really? Will I? Probably not.
Not really. There was one thing I liked, and maybe nobody else feels this way. I personally thought when the prime minister comes into the cargo bay and he looks at the pregnant lady, he kind of seemed like he was in awe of her pregnant belly.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of thought that was a nice touch that, like, because they haven't seen pregnancy for a couple centuries, that
Yes.
he was like, oh, wow. But he might have been disgusted. I don't know. But my
It didn't
interpretation
seem that
was,
way. It didn't seem. They almost tried to play it off as like, after 300 years of seeing the same three people, I get like, not really interested.
right.
But
Yeah.
it made it seem like when he came down there, he was like, oh, wow, women.
Yes. And then to just wrap it up in like a disgusting bow,
Yeah, oh yeah.
the thing that I didn't like because it didn't help in any way. Don't you think like Riker should have been the one walking her around at the end? And then he's like, well, they have this whole discussion about her basically being with the prime minister.
Mm-hmm.
It made no sense that she goes and comes on to, and they likely have sex with each other, her and Riker, and then it's just like that didn't matter. And she's like,
No,
oh, a prime minister. It's like, why wouldn't she immediately be like, you know what? I do want to stay on the Enterprise. I'd like to talk to Commander Riker some more. It's like, nope.
it's you can tell that there are like two different writers because it's like so the whole episode she's like very,
Yes.
like, oh yeah, the women are doing all the work, the men are just drinking and talking, making decisions, and it's like, okay, yeah, cool, I enjoy that. They
Right.
And then it's like a different writer came in at the end. And he's like, yeah, but she's gonna sleep with the guy in charge though, because she's a woman. She can't, help
She's a woman
herself.
and she can't resist money.
Money, prominence.
Right.
She
Can't
loves it. Loves it. Yeah. Nope. It's weird. So it's like the Riker scene and that ending are clearly like the other guy wrote that stuff in.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry, Melinda. I'll take it from here.
Well, that was the review of the episode. But don't click off this video yet because we're about to do the thing that you've been waiting for.
Caleb? Caleb?
So, Caleb,
Yeah.
who gets the Erica Ortegas Award for being the most unlikable?
I'll say the main guy, the main
Like
clone
the
guy.
prime
Yeah.
minister guy? Yeah.
Yeah. Not a fan.
The other guy, no problems.
Yeah. He was great. The guy that brought him to the prime minister. Yeah, love him.
I like it. Good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, he's written to be unlikable, and he does it well.
He does a great job.
Next is the Elizabeth Cutler Award for being the most forgettable character of the episode.
It's Wesley.
Nice. Not even in it.
No.
He totally did the right thing and not have a child be in this episode too. Had some sort of weird thing of him walking around with the Bring Lloydie people and like,
Yeah, no, that would
what do
have
you
been.
mean you're using
What?
spinning wheels? What?
What the heck? You're crazy.
Yeah, was not needed. What do you
Yeah.
mean you want to get drunk?
A good friend of mine told me one time to stay away from drugs
Yeah.
and alcohol.
Perfect.
Oh, it's so stupid.
See? There was a good reason why he's the most forgettable.
Yep. Oh, I forget about him every week. Every week when he shows up, I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. This kid's on this.
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
Well, next is the Mugatu Award for the best
Oh,
alien
yeah.
of the episode.
It's whatever
Oh, no.
space parasite that causes Worf's measles.
That's what you liked. That
Yep,
was the best
love
alien.
it. Oh yeah, has to be.
Definitely is not Worf for like the 18th time.
No, it can't be. It's got to be something else, man. It's gotta.
It's gotta be something. Well, we're keeping it. We'll keep it.
Good.
Well, next is the Trip Tucker Award for the MVP of the episode.
The MVP is Pulaski.
Ooh.
She had tea with Worf. She cured his measles and kept his very contagious disease secret.
Yeah. And to give you more points in that regard, she scans the people to see that they're clones.
She did. Yep. She figured out pretty quickly.
She scans Riker, herself, and Geordi to see that they have been cloned and that she knew that it was the
Yep.
cells of the tummy.
And she ordered the hit on the clones.
That's right. Well, next is the Spock Award for the best line of the episode.
When Picard says, like, oh, I have a daughter, and he's like, that's great.
Oh, felicitations. And then
Yeah. I enjoyed that. I thought that was pretty funny.
it was pretty good. He's quite sure.
Quite sure.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it too.
Yeah.
Well, next is the Shran Award for the best action sequence of the episode.
It's when they open the door to the
Dun.
transporter and the chicken flies out.
No, it's not what it is. You
It
don't care.
is. These are my answers.
You don't care, and that's not real.
I loved it.
No, you didn't.
It's not real. Oh, it's real. It happened. And the sooner you accept that.
I would take it if that meant it. You don't mean it. You didn't like it.
Let's do when Riker shoots the clones. I know that's what you want.
Come on.
Yeah, it's the wrong answer, but I'll give it to you to make you
It's
happy.
not the wrong answer.
It is.
You want the chicken to come flying out the door? I'll put it down. You want it? I'll put it down. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Chicken out the door.
Yeah.
Next is the NX Award for some sweet ship stuff.
I'm gonna say it's actually my background. There's a shot of Picard talking. I don't know. Is that in his ready room? Is that where that is?
No, that's in the observation lounge.
And I've looked at like set pictures of it, and that wall is actually like curved. It's like a curved wall, which is like makes that so much more annoying to like put ships on it like that. They have to like curve the ship around the wall. It's not just like a flat wall where they put the
Nope.
So that's fun. I enjoy that because I always enjoyed the Enterprise photos in Archer's room.
In the background. Yeah.
So I think that's cool. And this is an NX01, right? My hand is not working properly. That one.
Yeah.
NX.
It's not in the background of the TV series, but it is.
No, this is fan made, so suck on that.
Very good. Well, next is the Porthos Award for the cheesiest thing of the episode.
Oh, that's a good one. I got to give it to the feet.
Yeah.
Are you going to help me wash my feet? Oh.
Well, perfect. We went to the lowest of lows down to the feet, and now we'll go all the way up to the highest of highs to the hair.
Well, you start at the top, right?
That's what she said. Top. Well, and on this show, we start at the bottom.
Yeah.
Next is the Enterprise Award for the best scene of the episode.
I'm going to say it's Worf at the beginning when Picard comes in and he's like, and then he goes away and he's like, oh, God.
Okay.
Love it. I love it.
I love it.
I really enjoy it. Yeah, I really enjoy it.
No, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, it's good. Good stuff. It's really good stuff.
So that is what Caleb thought of the episode. We appreciated him doing that award ceremony. He loves doing it every single week. So
Love it.
What you get to do this week. You get to have your own personal award ceremony. And write in the comments below who gets the popcorn award for being the best actor of the episode. Was it Riker? Was it Picard? Was it Brienne O'Neill? Let us know down below. And while you're down there, type in who gets the popcorn award, take an extra few minutes, and let us know what you thought about the episode overall. Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you want more of it? Or did you find that this episode was a little too far up a long ladder? Say the word, and you'll be heard.
Oh my God.
Next time on Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Next week's episode is episode 19 of season 2, and that episode, get ready, Caleb, is Manhunt.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's nothing like what you're going to think it's going to be. So we have that.
It never is.
We have that episode to look forward to next week. We're getting even closer and closer to the finale of season 2. So that'll be joyous for all of us waiting for season 3. But as always, if you liked our review, like the video. If you disliked our review, dislike the video. Share it with all your friends and family and Trek enthusiasts. Subscribe so you don't miss a review. And ring that bell so that
Transfer of
when
data
a
is
review
complete.
appears on the channel, you can watch it, the second it comes out. And then, if you're tired of watching Star Trek things and you're like, can I make a Star Trek thing? You can go right on over to Caleb's channel and watch him make something, because he has a fun prop channel. So you can go over there, find a video that you would like to watch, make it yourself, let us know if you do. And when you're over there, find a video, like it, comment, subscribe, leave a suggestion, but ultimately you decide. So we appreciate once again Ed, Mark Starr, and Captain Alimar for being Patreon supporters. They definitely help us keep this thing going. We appreciate them tremendously. And we look forward to their thoughts and your thoughts on this week's episode. But without any further delay, Caleb, send us out.
All right, computer, show me all possible outcomes for cloning me and Will.
Beautiful. See you guys.
Hey, you guys done with that episode of Retrack? Yeah. All right, good, because I need you to go work on the ship in the basement. I got new panels to put up and down there. I got new ceiling panels. The stairs need to be fixed. The lawn needs to be mowed. You're doing great. Keep up the good work over there. You're my favorite.